Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's PSSM Canada meditation session. Hope you all had a wonderful week so far. So, as most of you know, we are in our 6th week of Gurus of India session. And today's presenter is Anupatri. And as you may have already seen the flyer, it's Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So I'm sure most of you must have read about him or heard about him and know something about him. So we would further learn about him today. And I request Anu to start, give us an introduction of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and walk us through his life journey. Over to you, Anu.
Thanks, Prem. Hello, Andy. Welcome everyone to today's session. Thanks for joining. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, it's a lot to talk about. I will try to do my best to share at least a few drops from the big ocean in this small time, a few minutes. So the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is a great mystic of 19th century. He has adhered to various practices of Sanatana Dharma, like Dvaita, Advaita, Shaktism, Tantra, Vaishnavachara, and also the religions outside the Sanatana Dharma, which are Christianity and Muslim. And after practicing, attaining many siddhis, he has proven that all the religions, all the paths lead to the same goal of God realization, the same reality, recognizing this truth. It's the same. So Ramakrishna Paramahansa was born in a small Bengali village is close to Calcutta, and his name was Gadadhara. So Gadadhara is also a name of Lord Vishnu. Actually, there is a beautiful book. In fact, many people have written books on Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's life story, including the Western authors like Max Muller. So one of the disciple, Bhajanananda, he has written a beautiful book on Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the light of the modern days. In that there's also a Gadadhara Sutram, where he beautifully describes as a hymn, one of the hymn, a shloka. So it says, the deity who resides in the Belur Mutt, which is none other than the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. The Belur Mutt is located in Calcutta. That is where after Mahasamadhi, his ashes were kept. So the deity who resides there, he's the giver of moksha. He's showing the path of enlightenment. There's a lot about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. If you see that his incarnation is mainly to prachar the Sanatana Dharma, which was given to us by all these Vedas, Upanishads, and that was taught to us by Sri Krishna. Given us by Veda Vyasa and Adi Shankaracharya, who did the Dharmasapna before many years, right? So the same thing which Ramakrishna, after many years, he established the Samanayatva between all the religions, the same way as Adi Shankara established the unity of all the paths, all the religions, right? If you see he is a great incarnation. And as Sri Krishna says, right, in the Bhagavad Gita, yada yada hi dharmasya gnanir bhavati bharata abhyutanama dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham. So it's a beautiful sloka. Whenever the Krishna says, whenever the dharma declines, whenever adharma rises, O Arjuna, I manifest myself. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is a great incarnation to do the punaruddharana of the Sanatana Dharma, of re-establishing that unity of all the paths which are given to us from Sanatana Dharma. Because we humans are made of different samskara, different thought process. So one, just like other religions, like they don't say, okay, one path is for everybody. It's not like that. So we have various traditions, various acharas, which we can take up whatever we resonate, and we can go in the path of enlightenment, in the path of self-realization and God realization. So if you see, to understand more about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the life journey, right? If you see that Deshakala Paristhiti, which we call, that time the Bharat was going through a lot of troublesome situation. Like there were so many foreign invasions, Muslim invasions, so many foreign, Spanish and all these invasions. The British rule was there with freedom fighting happening, and it was very chaotic situation. Like there was confusion everywhere, there was fear everywhere, so much of mass killings, and on top of it, there's huge Western influence from outside. So during that time, if you see like any other nations, like whenever there is an invasion, their whole Sanskriti got wiped out, as opposed to Sanatana Dharma, it's still standing tall. Its roots are so established, deeply established. That is nothing because, just because of all the great sages, Maharshis, we have all the tapobala of those Maharshis, sages, and the great incarnations like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Right. So usually what happen, like in the past, most of the times, the Avatara Purushas, or many of these incarnations, they happen in one path. Like for example, Vaishnavacharya, there is a guru and he who preaches about only the Vaishnavacharya, and there's somebody who comes on Gnana Marga, they teach about Gnana Marga. Likewise, Bhakti Marga. So we have so many paths, but just like Adi Shankara, Ramakrishna Paramahansa taught about unity of all the religions, that everything, it's also like proven that the Sanatana Dharma is the ultimate. It is the way of life. It is the mother of all the religions. He has come in that difficult period and he re-established the roots of Sanatana Dharma through that period. And it's a great mystic. And he's also a born Siddha. Like usually, if you see like many people when they are born, they do the sadhana for years and years, and then they attain siddhi. Sometimes even to attain one siddhi it takes a whole lifetime, and sometimes not even in lifetime. They can't even achieve even after practicing the entire lifetime. So, but Ramakrishna Paramahansa is a born siddha. He, from his childhood, he experienced different states of samadhi, and you know, usually people say that he's uneducated, right? He never went to school. He born in a village, but he absorbed all the Sastra, so all the Sastra of the Vedas, Upanishad, and he even used to write his messages. There are so many of his handwritings are preserved in the Belur Mutt even today. If you go, you can see them. That's how like deeply he has that understanding of all the scriptures, even though he never went to the school. And he was actually a deep Kali Upasaka, like extensively, Kali Bhakta, goddess Kali's Bhakta. So because of their poor family conditions, they had to move from the small village to Calcutta, where his brother was a priest in Dakshin Kali temple. And his brother asked Ramakrishna to join as a priest in the temple. Initially, Ramakrishna refused, saying that, if I join as a priest of goddess Kali, I have to give up my many of the other practices which I do. And but then later he became a priest in the Dakshin Kali temple. And becoming a priest in Dakshin Kali temple, like that is such an ancient temple. It's not an easy thing because, as you know, West Bengal is a land of tantra. There is like intense practices. It is completely there are very strict practices. One must adhere to all those rituals, all those practice. If you have to become archana of a deity, you have to take the upasana or diksha of that deity and practice everything. It's not just like modern days. Usually many times they learn just some Shodasopachara puja and then some scriptures and they become a priest. It's not like that. So a special, Siddha Purusha was called upon to give the mantra diksha sadhana to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa before making him a priest. And when the Siddha gave the upasana to Ramakrishna, instantly he could get the sakshatkara of the deity. He could see the deity, and he got that sakshatkara, he got the Siddha. And his Archana Paddhati was very unique. Right, so like usually, like the Archakas, they do the, you know, all the Anganyasa, Karanyasa, some Aradhana Paddhati. But Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when he used to do aradhana, when he used to do the archana of the deity, it is like not just chanting the mantras from the mouth. When he used to say some bijaksharas, like bijaksharas, as you know, they are the highly potent syllables which have power to manifest anything. So the moment he used to say some bijakshara, for example, Agni bijakshara Ram, immediately he used to invoke that energy, the Agni Tattva, right in front of him. He could literally see that Agni, experience that Agni. Imagine a Archaka, like a incarnated Archaka, doing that kind of puja. Even a Shila becomes the Shiva, like he can really invoke that deity, the presence there. So, and people could experience that high energy dimensions right there. That is the way he used to perform any of those activities. And he also used to cry a lot for Sakshatkara. It is sometimes he can't see Goddess Kali. He literally used to cry for Sakshatkara, her Sakshatkara. And he used to say, the Bhagavad Sakshatkara is the Jivana Paramartha. So, for example, like God realization, it's not just sticking to your survival needs. One must, you know, work towards enlightenment, like achieving that highest potential, having that God realization, Aham Brahmasmi. And he used to say there are two things which are very important for that. The first thing is Sheila, which is a character building, which later Vivekananda also emphasized a lot on character building and the youth. The second one is the Paramatma Paritapana. Like, for example, if you want to realize something, you should have that strong wish, that intense that laksha sadhana to realize God, right? Like that, okay, you don't have to take so many births for that realization. It just want to happen that's in this birth, in this year, or in this month, right? That is the kind of goal you should have, and that whatever act in that way, if you do, that becomes a divine act, right? And you walk towards your goal automatically. So those are some of his teachings. And, and also Ramakrishna kind of preached about importance of gurus, having a guru who will show the path, enlightenment path to you. In fact, he's a born Siddha, like just like Sri Krishna, is there anything he doesn't know? But he still went to Gurukula. He still followed the gurus. The same way Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he has learnt a lot from, he had many gurus. In fact, usually it takes time for people to find guru, go to them and ask them, request them to teach practices. But in Ramakrishna's life, the gurus came to Ramakrishna to teach, right? The first guru which came to Ramakrishna was Bhairavi Brahmani. She is a great siddha of the Tantra, all the Tantra practices. And she came to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and said that, Ma goddess Kali asked me to teach the Tantra practices to you. And she taught Ramakrishna various practices of Tantra. Like, as you know, in Tantra, we talk about Dasa Mahavidya. Like the first one is the Kali, Adya Kali, second is Tara Devi, and then Lalita Tripurasundari, and so on. So the Kali is kind of his favorite devotion, like for Ramakrishna, and he describes the Kali as such a beautiful way. Usually, people talk about goddess Kali as a ferocious form, or a tantra. Also, sometimes people take it negatively. But something is coming from the Vedas. That means it can't be negative. It is a way. There are so many ways which Vedas have given us. So he describes so beautifully about the Kali as a black light illumination, or as Prakasha, right? Her tattva, like if you see the Ananta tattva, Kali signifies the Ananta tattva. You can see if Akasha is Ananta, right? If you see any oceans, all the Pacific Ocean or Samudras, it's Ananta, Ananta tattva. So her Neela Varna resembles Ananta tattva, Akasha. And if you see her tongue sticks out, which is kind of Jagat Bhakshaka. It represents the Kala, the dimension of Kala, right? If you see everything goes to the Kala Garbha, whatever happened yesterday, it ended. And whatever happens today, it will end. What comes tomorrow, it will end too. So everything is a Kala, representation of the Kala. And if you see her four hands resembles resonates the four dikkus, the four directions, and her right hand, Abhyahasa, signifies Sister Rakshana. She is the fastest savior. She comes to save you the moment with devotion you call her. She comes upon, running to you. And her left hand, it has a khadga, it has a sword, and it has a human head, cut head that signifies dusta sikshana. Like she kind of all the defeats all the demons. She kills all the demons, not only the external, all your internal demons as well, like all those kama, krodha, madaloba, hankara, or panchakleshas. So like all this kind of that is the significance. And she stands on Shiva. So the representation is Shiva is Adhara, Shiva is Nishala, Nirakara, and Shiva Shakti is all pervading. She is the one who does the Srishti Sthiti Laya based on Adhara of Shiva. So that is a tattva one must understand. So Ramakrishna beautifully describes he is in deeply in devotion with Kali. And surprisingly, as soon as the Bhairavi Brahmani, she used to give one Mahavidya Diksha. Instantly after chanting one mala, immediately Ramakrishna used to get sakshatkara of that Mahavidya, and he used to attain the siddhi. Like all the Mahavidyas, he literally had the sakshatkara, and he said, every Devi is beautiful, but the most beautiful is the one which is, Lalita Tripurasundari, Ma Lalita Tripurasundari. And that is how, like, so beautifully it's given. And, after taking all the Mahavidyas, instantly attaining Siddha, he even clarified some of the questions which Bhairavi Brahmani had. So he became Guru of Bhairavi Brahmani. So he became Guru of Gurus. And then later he also practiced has taken the upasana of Vaishnavacharya, and he got the sakshatkara of Vishnu, and he could literally experience Rama and Krishna. So whoever deity he used to take upasana, he used to become one with the god or goddess, right? That is the level of his devotion. When he used to do Shivaradhana, he used to become one with Shiva. There's a beautiful instant, like even in fact, few people experience this. There is one person who has written the book also, uh, you know, Madhuranath. So what Ramakrishna used to do, like he's always in that devotion. He's always in that Brahmananda, like in that lost in ecstasy. Like usually people, we need to sit and maybe close our eyes to go to the Samadhi state. But for Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he's always ever in that Samadhi state. He's always even looking at, that even in his all day, like he's in that Brahmananda state. So he used to walk on the veranda of the Dakshin Kali temple. So they could literally see when he was walking one direction, they could see that it's Shakti is walking, Goddess Kali is walking. And on the return, when he was walking the other side, they could see Shiva Swarupa. So that is the kind of oneness he experienced. And then that's how the people can also visualize certain things, seeing him, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. And then later, the next guru who came to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is Totapuri. Totapuri is kind of Nirguna Sadhana, kind of he's a great Siddha of Nirguna Sadhana, and he's also kind of a sannyasi of Naga Sampradaya, Naga sannyasis. So he comes and tells Ramakrishna that I want to teach you Nirguna Marga because you're so much into Saguna Marga. Listening to that, Ramakrishna said, okay, first I have to take the permission of mother. Who is the mother? Goddess Kali. So he immediately comes back and says, okay, Ma Kali asked me to learn the Nirguna Marga as well. But some of the priests around, they said that, okay, if, probably should not learn the Nirguna Marga. If you learn the Nirguna path, then you will lose your interest towards your bhakti towards Kali or the Saguna Marga. But Ramakrishna continued, he learned the practices from Saguna Marga from Dotapuri. And he said that even after learning the Nirguna Marga, I haven't lost a single bit of the bhakti towards my mother Kali, goddess Kali. I still, because they both come from Saguna, Nirguna, both comes from the same Parabrahman, right? There's one and the same. There is no difference. And in fact, when Totapuri gave the Nirguna Marga, instantly Ramakrishna Paramahamsa could experience the highest state of Samadhi, highest state, which is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, instantly. And it took so many years for Totapuri to attain that state, which Ramakrishna Paramahamsa immediately, instantly could get that. And he even clarified Totapuri's questions because Totapuri used to disregard the Saguna Marga. he used to disregard or undermine that path. So where Ramakrishna taught Dvaita and Advaita, like don't differentiate. Everything comes from the same, and everything will go to the same. The realization is the same. So even he became a guru of Totapuri. And like that, like so many gurus came to him, and finally he became guru of all those. And once Bhairava Brahmani organized a big sabha, like inviting all those pandits, all those pitadipatis, all those siddhas. Usually, when you see whenever there is a pandita sabha, there are tarka vitarka, and then there are a lot of debates. They don't usually easily accept one another. But in that sabha, everybody unanimously accepted Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as a great Avatara Purusha and incarnation. Because it's not simple, like you don't just simply call incarnation. There are, according to Sastras, there are so many things that are given. Who is an incarnation? Who is reincarnation? What is everything? Who is the Avatara Purusha? So, and people used to go off from all around India and even from West, like to go to Dakshin Kali to take Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's advice and his all those to clarify those questions. And Ramakrishna Paramahansa is also a sannyasa and also a grihastha at the same time. So when he was around 23 years old, he got married to a 5-year-old girl, Sarada Devi. Those days, marriages used to happen that way. And when the Sarada Devi becomes the age of Grihastha he comes to Ramakrishna's house. But then by the time Ramakrishna was already a sannyasi, into the sannyasa diksha, already met all the gurus and into those tantras and everything, he attained the siddhis. Even then, he did not reject Sarada Devi. When she came to the Ramakrishna's house, he invited her with great respect. And he had a kalasha, water kalasha, with consecrated water with mantras. And he made her seated on the place where the goddess sits and did abhisheka with that jala and the kalasha, like just like a goddess. And from that day, she is a goddess for him, and he is a bhakta. And for Sharda Devi, Sharda Ma, uh, she treated Ramakrishna as her guru, and she also got the diksha from him. She learned every small thing from him, even including the house chores. They had a beautiful relationship, Guru Sashrama in celibacy, but then they were kind of in the Adhyatmika Marga. So even Shardama also attained siddhis, taking the dikshas and started teaching others, giving the upasana to so many. Even after Ramakrishna's Mahasamadhi, Shardama and Vivekananda continued his mission. So that is a beautifully Ramakrishna explains. You don't have to give up everything, become sannyasa to get enlightened. There are so many grihasthas, more than the percentage, more than the sannyasis who got enlightened being in the grihastha. So that is a beautiful message from Ramakrishna. And even in his last stages, when he was close to his he was on his deathbed, his body was going through a lot of things, but he was still in Brahmananda. He was still giving the dikshas to people. He was still clarifying the questions to other people. And that time, Vivekananda looks at Ramakrishna. At least now he should say that I am Avatara Purusha, I am the incarnation, because he never really cared. Whatever who calls what, he doesn't bother him. So just immediately after, like Ramakrishna could read Vivekananda's mind, he was just quiet and suddenly looked at Vivekananda. Okay, Vivekananda, this is Rama, this is Krishna, I am Ramakrishna. And he looked intensely into Vivekananda's eyes for a certain time. And he did the Sakti path. And then later he mentioned, I transferred all my everything, all the sarvasvam to you. And now I'm left as a fakir. Now you should carry forward the mission to give this enlightenment to everybody, to take this message, help people, serve the humanity. Right. Immediately after that, Ramakrishna, when he looked at and then he gave the Rama mantra to Vivekananda, immediately he went to the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. But then Ramakrishna patted Vivekananda on his shoulder and asked him to come back. You still have time to go to that state. I will ask Ma Goddess Kali to lock this door for you because you still have time. First, you have to serve the humanity, and then you can go to this state of Samadhi. So this Swami Vivekananda beautifully describes, right? He after his Maha Samadhi, he kept his ashes in the Ramakrishna Matta, Belur Matta. And then he describes Ramakrishna as a big light of illumination. And Vivekananda says, I am the small ray of light coming from that big illumination. And he says, one drishti of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is enough to enlighten or to make thousands of Vivekanandas. And he says, every word of Ramakrishna is an Upanishad itself. Even though it's a small, simple words that will literally touch the hearts of people, imprint in the hearts of the people. That's strong, the messages were. So later on, Swami Vivekananda preached every message what he learned from Ramakrishna, he taught to the world. He has given that to world, establishing the Ramakrishna mission. So like he has clarified so many things. Like before, people had so many controversies. Dvaita is great, Advaita is great. Even in that, some people used to say Vaishnava is great, Shaiva is great. So Ramakrishna brought the union of all the unity of the all religions, showing that okay, Sanatana Dharma it's a way of life for different people, different margas. It is not to prove superiority of one or other. It's just to follow the marga, whatever you can resonate and realize your final goal. That is a God realization. Right, it's beautifully given. There's a lot. I know it's. I think it's. I've spoken a lot. It's already 9:31. Maybe just to wrap up on one small slide. Maybe you want to share the one last slide, Prem, on the main teachings. There are so many teachings from Ramakrishna, but just can wrap up with the one slide of 4 or 5 teachings, as we discussed in the session itself, like the goal of life. He always said that it's not
Are you
just,
able to see, Anu?
yeah, we can see. So the goal of life, as he always says, that realization of the God, whatever the path you follow, is the God realization, to be one with the God. Aham Brahmasmi, Bhagavad Sakshatkara, he means. And the practice of concentration, he insisted a lot on power of concentration, mental discipline, which again, Vivekananda has taken it to the masses, highlighted that power of concentration, doing the meditation. He, like any place you go, like especially to Belur Math, when you meditate in certain centers, it's really very powerful. And he also said the power of mantra, the mantras or the secret syllables to achieve the manifest certain things, to improve your connectivity towards the divine, to establish your connectivity towards the divine. And he also said the guru role of a guru is very important to help you, to show you the path when you are stuck, to hold your hands, to see where you are so you don't get confused. You walk in your path, clear path to your goal, to reach your goal, Lakshya Sadhana. And unity of religions, that's the one main aspect which he taught. He himself is not like reading the books, he taught something from the books, right? He himself experienced, he attained siddhis and spoke about each of the path, what it gives. So, and he established that unity among everybody of the Sanatana Dharma and also the other religions. So, though you follow your Dharma, you must respect other religions as well. That's his teaching. And importance of devotion, Bhakti Marga, Seva Marga. There is a lot, very beautiful teachings from Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. And it's like if you happen to go to Belur Math, Calcutta, like visit, because it's a Guru Trayam. You can see it's not just one Guru. There are 3 very powerful gurus. Of course, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and then you have Saradama, and then the Swami Vivekananda, all the 3 gurus in one place. It's a very high, powerful place to meditate as well. So, yeah, I think I just wanted to wrap up here. So, looking at the time, I know there's a lot to talk about each guru. So, these are the 3 Guru Trayam which I was talking about, which you can see, really experience any of the Ramakrishna mission you go. Like there are across the world, there are Ramakrishna mission centers established. Even today, teaching the Ramakrishna's teachings to like everybody is, even though he just lived in 50 years in his body, but then its living presence, his messages are lighting up many people's lives even today. So we'll continue to meditation. We will practice a few half an hour of meditation today. Please close your eyes, clasp your fingers. Ramakrishna's one key message is power of concentration and attaining the deep, intense meditative states, samadhis. There are different states of samadhi, nirvikalpa, savikalpa, or, sampragnata. There are various types. At least we can get started, whatever, try to make sure you have your eyes closed and then cross your legs, clasp your fingers into fingers. Close your eyes by practicing few minutes of breath meditation. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. To come and meditate along with us, guiding us, showing the light, towards our main goal of the life, to get the Bhagavad Sakshatkara, God realization. Merging with the light, the illumination which we are receiving from the great gurus. To purify ourselves, to kill the inner demons, remove the panchakleshas, expanding your inner consciousness, this great bliss and peace, ecstasy. Express your gratitude to the gurus, to yourself, and everyone in your life. Slowly come back to the present moment. Feel the ground. Experience your body, which is highly energized. And bring both your hands and place them on your eyes for a few seconds. Soaking in everything we received. Slowly open your eyes. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, everyone, for joining today's session.
Thank you, Anu, for that wonderful introduction to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. It was a very good information shared today, and it was very informative as well. I think we didn't have a quick question answer session. If anybody has any questions or your feedback, please feel free to share.
And if anybody wants to on your cam before leaving, before we disperse, no worries if not comfortable.
Hi, Anu. How are you?
Hello, hello. Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Nice to
good.
see you back.
Yes, I know. It's been a long gap. Just wanted to thank whoever's idea it was to talk about the gurus. This topic is really, really wonderful and very inspiring. It motivates me to join the sessions. So I just wanted to thank the person who thought of this idea of doing this sessions.
It's the gurus. They wanted to come.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for that feedback. Anybody else wants to say anything?
Uh, Hello. Yeah, I
Yes.
just want to say thank you for conducting the sessions and the meditation. So, like, I have been like having this small, like, the feelings while doing the meditation, some experiences. I have once also talked about the like how I feel that I'm just moving very fast, or suddenly I'm just feeling I'm cold, and then I'm feeling some pressure. So, and all this for the first time when I experience is during these sessions, even though it will happen just for a few seconds, but it always happens in the session, and then when I do at home alone, slowly it picks up. But always all the experiences started during this session. So thanks to everybody else. I remember how you mentioned that it's because of the group's energy that we feel this. So yeah, so thanks to everybody for joining these sessions.
It's great,
Wonderful.
Tanya. So for sharing, just yeah, it feels beautiful whenever you receive something, and then yeah, just we move on. That's great. You're enjoying the meditation and you're progressing. Good to hear from. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Anybody else? We would love to hear your feedback.
Yeah, I just want to mention. So sorry I joined a bit late today. I was busy with something, but I caught up some part of Anuji's, like Guruji, like Swami Paramahansa's, talk, and it was so engrossing. And I just don't know, but there is something about this person I feel, and I'm not very familiar with Paramhansa ji. I'm learning about gurus thanks to all the sessions you all are conducting, and thank you for recording them, because people like me sometimes we miss, and I always go back and I wait for the recordings, and it's always nice to listen to them once again as well, even though you've already heard them. So thank you for
Absolutely.
recording them.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of recording and sharing. Yes, Satya, I saw you unmuted. You want to say something?
Yeah, we can always say only thanks to Anu and you. I mean, it has been all the time, from one speech to another. Anu is going, from strength to strength. It's excellent, and no words. I am speechless. From
Thanks,
her
Satya
speech.
Garu. So don't have to thank, please. It's just, it's a group. It's together. We are making it better for each of us. So
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Satya, for
thank
that
you.
feedback.
And thanks to everyone who is coming
Yeah.
forward to share the gurus as well. Madhavi, Jyoti, and then the next one we'll
Chandra.
have surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a good thing when people come up and say and share their knowledge with everybody. And Manusha, I remember you said you're going to start meditating. So may I ask if you have started and if you're continuing to meditate, and what's happening in your world of meditation?
Hi, Prem. Okay, yeah, my meditation I started, but it's not like on a continuation process. There is still like some giggles are going on. It's not regular. I
Good
know
to hear.
still I'm juggling with a lot of thoughts. Like I'm not stable. I'm going here and there. And so many thoughts are running here and there, and my mind is like going this side, other side, the past, present, and all these things. But still, whenever I'm concentrating, yes, on my breath, yeah, it took me to my uh, third eye, and I tried to get in there, but I feel pressure in the third eye, so I have to come back again and have to concentrate on the breath, and again there is a disturbance. So yeah, I'm like I'm still in
Yeah,
the process, and as
that's
I told
good.
you, I'm a yeah baby in this like meditation process. So yeah,
Yes,
I'm just exploring like different kind of experiences each and every time whenever I do this meditation. It's every time it's a new experience for me.
very good.
I'm not sure like it happens with everyone or I'm the only one like I
I
know
mean,
because it's
everybody's experiences are different, Manusha. You
different.
can't compare
Yeah.
one with others.
Yeah.
So, and
Okay.
again, don't get too much obsessed with those. They come and go. So just
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the moment. Just observe your breath, and you will do, I mean, you will learn a lot of things by yourself.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. Like,
True.
yeah, it's a good thing. Like I'm enjoying this, whatever, whether it's a struggle or like not stable or concentrating on the breath and coming back and go back and forth to the third eye and all. It's totally a different and
Awesome.
really good experience.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's already 10:13. It's past our time. I don't want
correct.
to make people wait for more time. Thank you all for
Thanks for
attending.
Thank you
sharing,
so much.
and Marsha,
Thanks
please
for,
commit to yourself. That's the only thing. Try to make it every day. So not try,
yeah.
just do it every day.
Sure,
It's just
sure. Thank you
you're doing
so
for
much.
yourself. So
Thank you
yeah,
all, and
thanks
we'll
everyone.
again looking forward to seeing you next week with a new guru and a new speaker.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful
Thank
night.
Good
you.
Night,
night.
everyone.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.